All right, email time, because she is convinced, I don't know how you get out of this, that her best friend's fiancé is secretly interested in her. Let's read the email. Maybe she's seeing things that aren't even there.
Dear Bert Show members, first off, love you, longtime listener, and I need some advice. I want to stay anonymous as this is a situation that involves another longtime listener. I have a best friend who is engaged and soon to be married this spring. Her fiance, I'm not so fond of. I have had weird encounters with him. I feel like he's always looking at me whenever we are in the same room. I've caught his eye looking at me or my body multiple times. One time, after they were both leaving my house after a social gathering, he gave me a really weird hug. It was more like an intimate hug in which his arms lingered and he caressed my back. I just feel like if he were given the opportunity to make a move, maybe he would. I have not told my best friend how uncomfortable he makes me feel. For one, we have not had many opportunities to sit down alone and have this conversation. But on the other hand, I'm not sure she would take this information well. You think? We are a couple of months from her wedding, and the focus is supposed to be about her and her happiness. Please help me and tell me if I should sit down and have this conversation prior to the wedding or just let it be. He has not tried anything, but I just can't help but notice that he's always staring at me. He just creeps me out. I'm afraid my best friend could take this the wrong way and this could ruin our friendship. Any advice would be helpful. Thank you.
I don't know if we'll get any calls on this. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. But I wonder if there's anybody listening right now, a woman that has felt the exact same way about a friend's boyfriend, and you tested them a little bit. Not like the way we do with War of the Roses.
Not entrapment.
But just did enough just so you could get 100% clarity on what their intention was. Like maybe you came on, you were a little flirty just to see how he was going to react. 1-855-BERT Show. What do you do in a case like this?
Honestly, because the wedding is already planned and it's coming up so quickly, I think it's too late to say anything, if I'm honest with you. He hasn't made any specific moves where he tried to kiss you. I think if he actually initiated some kind of cheating behavior, I think that would be completely different. But I think you have a probably very valid gut feeling. He could just be like a creep, but it doesn't sound like he's actually going to make a move on you. And I think if you wanted to say something, it's a little bit too late for that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you have enough. It's hard enough to get somebody to see the true perspective of their relationship when you're not about to get married right after. So I think the fact that the marriage is right there, your friend, if anything, is probably going to come more at you for this situation, even though it's not the right thing to do. But I feel like that's what would end up happening. And since he hasn't really truly crossed the line, I don't think I would risk that.
Hi, guy speaking from experience. It doesn't matter. If she's in love, it's not going to matter what her friends say. Like, she is going to be focused. If she's got 12 friends that say, hey, you're marrying a creeper, she is going to say, absolutely not. I'm going through with it anyway.
I refuse to believe it until she sees it for herself. So I wouldn't say anything because I don't think you have anything concrete enough, and I don't think it's going to be received well. Obviously, the moment something inappropriate does happen, then absolutely. Next time he is staring at you uncomfortably, call him out. Like seriously, the next time you be like, do I have something on my face? Like, is there something in my teeth? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're staring at me. So there must be something on my face.
He won't know if it's in her teeth because he's not looking at her face. Here's Laura, who has tested somebody like this before. Hey, Laura, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Hi. So I was actually getting married, and my best friend came to me telling me that she felt that my ex-husband now was being flirtatious towards her and awkward and uncomfortable, and it made her feel very awkward. And I was 17, so keep this in mind. And I dismissed everything she said. I completely dismissed it. I ignored her. I told her that she was crazy. This is not something that would happen. Like, why are you doing this? I was so upset with her. And we separated. We weren't friends anymore for a long time. And then when I found out my ex-husband had cheated on me multiple times behind my back from a Craigslist ad of all places, we ended up separating for a while. And I ended up becoming friends with her again because I was like, man, I'm a dick. I'm so sorry. Like, I felt so bad that I had not listened to her. And so my personal thought processes on this is go for it, tell her, and it may stop your friendship for a little bit, but it may also save her from a situation that she is already uncomfortable with.
I'm guessing she knows in her gut one way or the other, because even if you're not listening to your friend, in your gut what's right, what's not right. Laura, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, I've had this similar thing where my best friend's husband now has always hit on me, and I had to stop talking to my best friend because it just got so uncomfortable. And we've lost contact for a little bit here. And he still makes passes on me on Instagram. He'll comment on my stuff all the time. And I tell him it's not appropriate, dude. Stop talking to me.
Did you tell her? Or did you just suffer in silence with him hitting on you? Or did you actually confront her and be like, dude, this guy's out of line?
I think one time I did tell her, hey, Groupie's doing a little too much. You need to back off. And I said his name. I don't know if you can block that off. But, yeah, and she was like, oh, that's just how he is. So I just have had to suffer in silence.
Oh, he's just flirty like that. Nice, creepy like that.
The Bert Show.